Welcome back to the channel. We're working on the formula. Currently waiting on some parts for the motor. Still trying to diagnose the low oil pressure. I'm going to start with the easy thing of draining the oil and putting fresh stuff in because there's almost more fuel than oil in the oil. I'll show you. So I'm waiting on a filter. I ordered a cheap one on Amazon with Prime. But this oil, for being new, is thin. Ooh, if you could smell it, you'd be able to see, but that is some thin oil. Easily 6 or 7 quarts came out, and it mostly was fuel. So my theory is that this base tune is so far off that when it warms up, it's just thin oil. If that's not it, I'm gonna drop the subframe, or cradle rather, and replace the O-ring, or check that at least, swap in the new cradle. If that's not it, I'll tear down the front side, look at the oil pump and the cam retainer, and then if not, we'll yank the motor out and we'll start on the Gen 4. What we're working on today is this nice piece of equipment. Wasn't mounted, it's just shoved down in the hole. I'm gonna have to come up with a grommet. So you can see, well, you probably can't see, but there's an open hole down there. So I'm thinking I'm gonna make a bracket here. Holly says you can mount these in the engine bay, but you want it down, and this is just shoved in like this, of course. So you want it down. I'm gonna use the factory mount brackets, and I'm gonna try to slip it into right here. So let's get started on that aspect, and then I want to tuck all these onto the mount as well, so I can actually reach them versus just having a wad of wire down there. So let's get started. All right, we're almost done C.A.D drafting here, or cardboard aided drafting, if you will, designing. Gonna make it a 2-piece, and then I'll bind it together. So that's gonna be the one section, and I'll bolt here, and then this is gonna be another mounting plate, and I'll connect them here at the appropriate angle. So I'm thinking something along these lines there. And then I'll retuck these wires along the groove, tidy all this up. But that's where we're at. So now when we're done with this, we can actually get it on over to aluminum and use the plasma to cut it out. Now that the wiring's mostly tidied up, let's head on over to the workbench here. You can see I've got my plasma cut tools set up, and I've already cut out one of the pieces here, and I'm getting ready to cut out the second piece. Now we've got the second piece cut out. Just grind the edges, mark with the center punch. There we go, we got the holes all set. Proper spacing as Holly asked for with the rubber isolators. Now we mark the bracket to hold them together. And we'll rivet this together here real quick. Now we're all set. Everything all bundled up and mounted in place. Here's a nice picture of it afterwards, and then a before picture. That's the most recent update on the project. Hopefully you found it informative. Have a good day.